Hey guys and gals, Aurora Astro Kitty here. Today I have a little something I need to tell you guys. So, this video is about, I'm gonna explain why Figero is the way she is and why she's terrifying as fuck. So the real truth is, Figero is actually my pet cat in real life, right? But there's a pretty weird story behind my cat. Now you guys are probably gonna think I'm crazy, but I promise you I'm being truthful about this. Come on. Cuz right now I'm going to explain to you I don't know what's with my cat, but anyway, I'm just going to explain so you guys can get it. So, I remember when I was 7 years old and I always wanted my very own cat, right? I wanted a black and white cat named Figaro. Yes, I did get that name from Disney as a kid because, I always watched Disney as a kid, right? I got the name Figaro from Disney from that movie Pinocchio. Yeah. Anyway, it's been a couple months, as a 7-year-old waiting for the kitten. And yeah, a couple months later, I finally get my kitten. I was actually happy and excited to get my cat. And everything was going great. But I've noticed something was kind of off. I've noticed ever since I was 7 years old, I've actually started getting a bit of nightmares about my own fucking cat as a kid. I don't know where or why that's came to that because all I wanted was just a normal ass cat. No, real shit, guys. So, anyway, a couple months later, my cat Figaro grew up a little bit, and we started playing and having some fun. But it's not only she's traumatized me in my nightmares, but she has traumatized me a couple times in real life. So I'm gonna tell you about one night of what some weird shit has started to happen. So this one night, it was in the middle of the night. I was asleep in my own pink bed or something, because I used to have a really cute bed as a kid. And then I look over and I see my cat Figaro just staring right at me. She wasn't moving an inch or nothing. She wasn't doing anything. She was just standing there staring right into my damn soul. Guys, I know cats are usually like that, just to be silly. They're usually cute and silly when they make big black pupils like that. But for some reason as a kid, I remember when I first got Figaro, I always found them adorable. But then this one time, I started feeling a really unsettling feeling in me. No, I felt pure emptiness, and it just felt really unsettling. I do not know why, but no, guys, I'm serious. I was actually a bit it was a bit unsettling that night. Even when I tried moving Figaro, she wouldn't move. She would not fucking move. I would not I tried pushing her, but she wouldn't move. It was so star damn weird that night. And that, as a kid, I just hid under my covers as a kid, as a 7-year-old, and guys, yeah. And then that morning, everything was fine. Everything was just normal. Have my normal morning routine or whatever and shit. And then I also remember that another day, I also decided to play with Figaro again. So I remember as a kid, I used to have this purple tent house. It was a purple castle tent house for kids, I always liked going in there. And there was this game that Figaro always liked doing to me. It was jump scare game. You know how cats always like to jump scare you and stuff. I found that funny at first when I first got Figaro, but then a couple weeks later, I think I might have witnessed something else. Anyway, that day I was in my tent playing with Figaro, and Figaro was getting ready to pounce at me. But then, as soon as when she did, no, she didn't do anything to me, but like, when I saw her pounce at me, I think I might have saw a hallucination from one of my dreams, my nightmares as a kid, because for some reason, ever since I was 3 years old, every single night when I went to bed, I always had nightmares 24 fucking 7. Every single time I went to sleep as a kid. Every night, every day, every night. It was horrible. Like, even as a kid, I never even wanted to go to sleep, but I did. Anyway, when I saw Figaro charge right at me, I noticed, like, I had the hallucinations about these creepy entities or whatever in my nightmares. And when I saw Figaro jump right at me, I saw, like, an actual scary image of her. I saw, like, an actual creepy image of Figaro that I would never forget. I saw Figaro's, like, mouth open, like, with this black shit, like, black ink coming out or whatever, and I know you guys are probably thinking I'm crazy at this point, but no, this is all based on a true story. I've actually witnessed this shit. She had, like, super, super, like, demon sharp teeth, too. Like, her face was kind of disturbing. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. So, after that, she didn't do anything to me, but I did, like, get, like, a little hallucination of Figaro with the face like that when she jumped right at me in real life. And then after that, I got traumatized, and I got scared, and I started, like, crying to, like, my parents, and I started saying, hey, mom, help, or something. My cat was trying to attack me or something. And, yeah. I can't remember what they said after that, but then, like, a couple years later, as a 10-year-old, I still had nightmares about Figaro. I do remember a couple nightmares about Figaro, but I've had so many, like, I can't even keep track of them all. Some of them I can't remember, some of them I can keep track of them all, but I will tell you this one scary one. So, when I think I was like 11 or 10 years old when I witnessed this nightmare. So one night I had a nightmare about Figaro, but this nightmare I had about Figaro was I was in Becky's room. I really do not want to talk about her anymore, but like, anyway, I was in like mom's room, Becky's room, whatever. Anyway, I was sitting there in the dark, like in my dream. I see Figaro jump on the bed, and I start making a toy for her for some reason. You know, dreams are random, right? And it was fine at first, but then I saw Figaro jump off the bed. I'm just saying, where you going, Figs? But then I've noticed something. Figaro started growing, like, she started having, like, this black smoke around her, and the room was getting pretty unsettling, too, in my dream. And then Figaro literally turned around with the most disturbing expression ever. In my dream, Figaro's face, she had like pitch black eyes, a huge, wide black smile with sharp teeth, and no, I promise you, I actually saw that in my dream. And Figaro started charging right at me, and I almost got a heart attack in my dream. So I jump off the bed, I run out into the living room, and I say, hey, mom, like, Figaro's about to get me or something, I said in a scared voice. And then I could just hear Figaro's very, very disturbing meows in the hallway. Then she was also about to attack my grandma too, but then my grandma in my dream grabbed Figaro, the demon cat. Like, but Figaro was like actually terrifying looking in my dream. Like, she was also kind of like tall too, and then my grandma just like, she grabbed her by the neck and like said, no, you get out of here, you demon, or whatever. And then Figaro just like And then my grandma just threw Figaro outside, and then that's where my dream ended. And yeah, I know it's weird, but like, no, for real shit, I was actually traumatized, real fucking shit, after I saw that nightmare. I know it's just a dream, but you gotta remember, I also did see some hallucinations of Figaro in real life, too. Then, like, after that, I kind of stopped having nightmares about Figaro, but then last year, also at the farm, I've also noticed something else with her, too. For some reason, she also started randomly like, fucking killing other stray cats and other stray cats at the farm. And I remember that one time Figaro also like came back with like blood on her fucking paws, and that was just enough to traumatize me too. So no, I witnessed all this shit even last year. And you wanna know something else too? I can also actually sense or tell how an animal's feeling, or I can tell if they smile too. And when I saw Figaro killing one of those other stray cats at the farm, I saw Figaro with I felt Figaro's evilness actually in her. I saw her with a freaking evil smile and just ended that one cat's life. And yeah, and at this point, every single animal that Figaro sees, any animal that Figaro approaches, they'll fucking run off as quick as they can. Like, no, every single cat, every single dog, even if they're bigger than her, they'll run off. I don't know, guys. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna finish next video because I don't want to make this video too long, so that's just the whole story of Figaro in real life, so that's why also when I first started this channel, I made myself as the main character. And I also wanted to add like a main villain for my channel too, so I couldn't think up of one. But then after all the trauma I have experienced with Figaro, I decided to make my cat into a sprunky, and that's why I now call her Figero Bad Cat.